Welcome to Chop It Up for this here, the 10th of May. We are in May. My name is Kevin, host of the podcast and video cast. And I don't know what's going on with Chester the Cheater over there, but we will introduce everybody and get started in today's topic.
I'm in witness protection right now because I've had some unpopular opinions this weekend, and I've upset a few folks, but that's okay.
Okay.
Because people don't like about it. I mean, people don't like that I was talking bad about Doctor Strange in the new movie. So I've had to go into hiding because a lot of people aren't very happy with me right now. So
interesting.
I'm in an undisclosed location. This is a back. This is a background. This is not a real background. This is not my normal place. This is a green screen. This is not my normal. This is not my normal location. So I have not disclosed it. My kid doesn't even know where I am. So please don't contact her.
Wow.
And but for real, Tari Watkins, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and that's real stuff. I'll leave that for a later day and time. I know a whole lot of y'all have not seen it, so I will keep these opinions to myself until you all get a chance to watch it on your own.
I have seen it.
Okay, so we can talk about it spoiler free in a little bit.
Yes.
I'm never going to spoil anything for anybody. That's not my MO. I'm not going to do that for anybody. Yeah, that's not what we do.
Yeah.
Unless
Darian Lewis, Oklahoma.
Do you know how hard it was for me to keep a straight face?
As always,
yes.
He's happy to be here.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy. Oh,
so
one
update from last week. Last week we kind of talked about the fact that there are some people in life you just don't mess with. Mike Tyson being at the top of the list.
Oh, we got more though. Oof.
The 1B though. So Mike Tyson's 1A. We found out this week that there is a 1B.
Yes, there is. Please tell me you're going to show the video. Please tell me.
I didn't have it queued up.
Oh,
1B, you can Google it. The 1B is Dave Chappelle's security team.
Boy, when they said that homeboy put his arm back on backwards,
he was sitting there.
That's all I saw.
His elbow was going before him.
It was the other way.
Oh.
Yes,
it was going in a way it wasn't supposed to go, and I'm like, what? They just took his arm away, and
yeah, it was.
He won't be opening a ketchup bottle for a while.
Both of them, both
arms,
yes.
Oh, I didn't see the other one.
There was another clip that showed the other side of him, and the other side.
Oh, so they tag teamed, homie.
Listen. They said that they did some MMA moves on him, and they was like, "We are not holding back,
dude.
There is no octagon to tap out in." Listen,
hey, one said, "You take right, I take left, and we're going in opposite direction." Oh my god!
And he was armed. Yeah, they went for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you ain't gonna be able to shoot anything for a long time.
They just made sure they didn't kill him.
Well, here's the thing: they did their job.
Right.
I don't care what anybody says. They did their job.
Absolutely.
I mean, did you see the one of the security guards? Somebody put up a meme that says, "I wish my armor bearer was like this." And it was some basketball game, and you see somebody just sitting there, and he's got these two ladies, and one pulls out a camera, and right when the lady jumps up, the security guard just out of nowhere, whack up right on the court. I was like, "Yo, they were ready. They did their job."
Yep.
Because if they didn't, they were like, "Where's Dave's security at?
Where's the show security? Where's Dave's security? What's what?"
Well, they didn't have to break his arms. Yes, they did.
And the crazy thing is, if I'm not mistaken, when they got him up, they took him off stage, and then they were like, it wasn't enough to just throw him out.
Hey,
it was like, get the police officers, right? The police officers, stop resisting,
right? Let's have a quick origami lesson.
Oh my goodness,
boy, it was.
Yeah, they jacked him up.
Yes.
And here's the thing: they did their job. I don't care what it's too. No, it's not too excessive. No, the dude had a gun
and a knife.
And a knife.
Well,
They did their job.
It was a fake gun that had
I don't
knife
care.
blade. No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
So,
my bad.
'cause
I'm sorry.
The words, what came out. Yes, we heard it originally. There was a fake gun
My
and
bad.
a knife. Just because, again, we deal in truth here, right? We deal in
right.
So, just to bring clarification, it was a fake gun that had a knife or blade that extended out of it. So basically, he came up there with a weapon,
toy,
regardless of how you want to put it.
It was a weapon.
It was a weapon, right? He came, he tackled. Dave a little later said that it was, he can't help that he was clumsier than Dave, because Dave got up a little faster than the dude, and that just security was like, whoop, exit stage left and right at the same time.
Yeah, wow.
I know this is a bad thing. I really hope homie doesn't have any friends, because if he does, he gonna get clowned so bad. Oh my god,
for the rest of his life.
Yo, man, you remember that time when you jumped on Dave?
Does it hurt when you do this?
Hey, do a windmill real quick.
If you're happy and you know it,
you can't do it.
Clap your hands.
High five, brother. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Hey, but give me some dap.
Let me help you out.
Dang, my bad. Hey,
yeah, man.
Hey, think fast. Ooh, sorry. Sorry, bro. My bad. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to hit you in that last good eye.
Hey, Jack, pass me that drink. Oh, sorry. You want to go get you one? I'm
gonna get you a straw. I'm telling you.
Okay.
That was messed up, man.
That's the last beer? I'll arm wrestle you for it.
Ooh.
Never mind. Thanks, homie.
Listen. So yes, we learned, don't mess with Dave Chappelle's security. Don't mess with Mike Tyson. I'm almost afraid to find out who we find out this week you don't want to mess with. Man, because right now we're 2 for 2.
Listen.
The month of May is not playing already.
No.
2 for 2 already.
No.
2 for 2, bro.
Hopefully people are going to catch a clue. Two things. Number one, I don't know if you've noticed the running theme so far. It's been black men.
Right?
Like we've had it.
This isn't anything new.
Like we've had it, dude. Like, okay, that's it.
No, no, you ain't taking this out. No,
that's it. We ain't playing with y'all no more. None of you.
If you want to,
nobody.
Keep coming.
There's like this collective. We're collectively triggered.
I'm done. Not no more.
What up, Morris? Yes, we are already hitting it. I mean, listen.
Hey, man, time is money, bro. We're not wasting time, man. We get at it, bro. We go to work early. Hey, you already know.
There's a collective trigger going on. Just don't do it. Just don't.
Just don't.
This is a public service announcement.
Exactly. This is your PSA for the rest of the month.
Leave those black men alone.
Yeah.
I don't care how professional, how rich. Leave them alone.
Because you could, for example, there could be the statement that Dave Chappelle is somewhat disconnected from he's reached the point where he's not considered necessarily a black comic. He's just a comic, right? And the reason I say that,
in what circles?
Well, because he has a wider audience, let's say.
I mean, I get that. Yes. So, I mean, you got people, oh, he's just funny. I don't care if he is, but I know, I get it. Yeah. No, I mean, I get it.
Listen to that.
But yeah. I mean, there's, for example, he
am I wrong?
He goes into, let's just say he goes into, and this is, I'm not trying to put them on the same place. Yes, dude's arm. No, Morris, you missed it. Both arms was twisted up like that.
Morris, I missed it. I didn't realize it was both arms. I got to look at it again.
He was throwing up gang signs unintentionally.
I didn't think he was throwing up anything.
Actually, he was throwing down gang signs. Listen. He wasn't throwing anything up. Nah, bro, that wasn't even close.
He was praise dancing.
Literally
break dancing.
Literally break dancing.
That's
we getting up.
Oh
boy.
But back to my point. Basically, you have Dave Chappelle, who he's still surrounding himself with some I'm not gonna say killers, but with
He should.
some artists of martial arts. He's
a
surrounding
celebrity.
himself.
He should.
Yeah. Yeah. He's on top of, well, first of all, his own faux pas, if you will.
Morris, it reminds me of those old G.I. Joe action figures. Yes. Yes.
You can do their arms.
Yes. Yes.
Arms just
Morris Jackson strikes again, ladies and gentlemen.
I literally just had a visual of the homeboy just.
Yeah, man.
G.I. Joe, $1 million
twist the
man.
leg.
Yeah, all of them.
Man, just.
Oh, that's great.
Morris Jackson strikes again, ladies
Dude,
and
I
gentlemen.
needed that laugh so much, man.
G.I. Joe.
We need a
Morris,
meme.
Morris,
We need a
you're gonna have to
meme
come
right
on
now.
at some point. Morris, you're going to come on at some point.
You
I'm
have
sorry.
to, man.
Oh,
You can't be dropping stuff like that and just leave it. Come on, bro. We need you on. We need you
that
on
is
there, bro.
hilarious.
At some point in time, we need you, bro.
Yeah,
My gosh, that was.
Morris is trying to remain anonymous so he can be a
Okay.
political candidate later.
He's like, I'm not messing up my future.
Nope, y'all ain't getting me on
You're
there.
not getting me on tape.
If it's video, it's real. Nope. I'm trying to run for office.
The internet does not forget.
No, ever.
Oh.
No, what I was saying was with Dave Chappelle's, with his whole issue with Netflix and all of that stuff already,
Right.
I'm sure he beefed up security on a certain level
Of
in
course,
the first place.
Yes.
Of course.
Because he never, and I appreciate it. He never backed down off of his stance,
Right.
Which he also never confessed to being anti anything.
No, he didn't.
But he also was like, whatever you want to bring to me, bring it.
Right.
If this is the smoke you want, let's go.
Let's go.
And he never said, he never claimed, never confirmed nor denied. He just said, "Oh, this is how you took it. Let's go."
Right.
So yeah, I can only imagine, he definitely beefed up his security. What's funny to me is he also, I know we weren't trying to stay on Dave Chappelle, but what's funny to me is after all that stuff, even before all that stuff even blew over, he wound up with a new deal with the same company.
Yeah.
So it tells you, dude, y'all can have all the issues you want to, all the blowback. Matter of fact, listen. Can you understand how much money a man can make you if you are willing to let your employees walk out?
Right.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Y'all, how many of y'all leaving? Hey, Dave. Okay, we just inked the deal. If you can sign right here,
Right.
We can hire someone else.
How many of them have the badges on their desk? Wait a minute. Hold up. Hey, Dave. Here's a new deal for you, buddy. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, there we go. Hey, y'all come back. Y'all don't go anywhere. Yeah.
To me, that says that speaks volumes. At first, everything was, we're gonna distance ourselves and yada yada yada. Oh, y'all gonna protest anyway? Hey, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when it drops, the numbers are through the roof anyway. Whenever he drops a comedy special, people are watching. So
through the roof.
Haters and lovers.
So speaking of someone else who got a reputation for speaking truth, or speaking at least what he felt was truth, and being unapologetic about it, news dropped this weekend, I think it was over the weekend, that Kevin Samuels passed away.
Yep.
And for those that are not familiar with Kevin Samuels, he has really come into the fore the last maybe year and a half or so, for his hot takes, if you will, or his conversations with women regarding those women that are looking for high value men, and really just in many respects consulting with them and saying, "You sure you want that? Are you the person that can get that?" And so, like him or not, love him or not, he passed away. But let's just really quick talk about, from what you know of Kevin Samuels, what were your thoughts concerning him?
I didn't have much exposure to him. I knew of him.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen clips, and when I mean clips, short clips of the hot takes, and they usually were the ones that were spreading like wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he had done this for quite some time, but the past, I guess, 2-3 years is when the takes got even hotter and even more, as some people have said, not viral, but more toxic, I should say, which is what I've seen people putting in comments and stuff of that nature. So I just know him from what I've seen in the clips. So not very much for me at all. Like I said, I knew who he was.
Yeah.
And I knew why people have been gravitating towards those broadcasts a lot the past year and a half, 2 years, was because of the hot takes. My question is, I know since he's been doing it for a while, has he always been that way? Or was this a recent change? And if he's always been that way, then what took so long for that stuff to come to light? Not come to light, but I mean, just to hit, because normally stuff like that, it hits quick and it hits hard. So it was that's my only question.
It only goes by, if you're not, and this is the funny thing about, particularly about him and guys in that genre. Their stuff really, the hot takes really don't become hot until someone else decides to make it a controversy.
Right, I get that. Yeah.
And so I think what really began to bring his name up, because he was a YouTube influencer, just like all these other guys.
Right.
And I'm trying to remember the other brother's name that was so pro femininity and pro woman, and then got caught cheating.
Was it Derek Jackson?
Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson. Now he was the exact opposite of Kevin Samuels, and would actually come at Kevin like by name.
Right.
Kevin says this, ladies, you don't have to put up with that. He literally fed off of that. He did the David and Goliath marketing technique, is what it's called.
Right.
You attack the big guy.
Right.
But it brought attention to both guys. Well, Derek winds up imploding. But Kevin remained consistent. Like
he was. He didn't change.
He remained consistent.
He didn't change at all.
And honestly, I feel like he thought he was helping.
I think he believes
that.
I
do. I think he thought he was trying to help. But he could be very insulting. He could be very condescending, very demeaning.
Yes.
And especially if he felt like somebody wasn't listening.
Right.
Yeah, because I remember one I saw of him. He told a woman, basically said, because this is where kind of the phrase really started to gain traction of high value man, right? Of high value woman wanting a high value man. And so there was one that he was talking to, and she was 30 something, I think, with 2 kids, and was wanting a high value man. He's like, so, and he's telling her, no, you for what we consider a high value man. And he did have some statistics. He had some things as far as this is what we can qualify or quantify as a high value man. And he basically was like, if that's what you're looking for, the only way that you qualify for that is to be reincarnated. Now here's the thing, because his delivery was rough at times.
His delivery is normally
a
terrible.
lot. Yeah,
his delivery is normally terrible.
And I think, to your point, Darian, I think that his delivery became
no, it wasn't that. It was that was his delivery, bro.
But I because I've watched like a fuller clips of him. I've watched some of his full on, because he would do like a full on hour.
Yeah, he would do an hour.
He would try to have the conversation, and the more that you pushed back against him or called him, said he was wrong, or
that's when,
or said, this is still what I want, and he's like, okay, where do you rate yourself? And
I remember that. Yeah, he did.
Where do you rate yourself?
And the girl gave herself a 10.
And he was like,
he started going. He said, and he started naming what society would consider a 10.
Right.
He said, "Baby, that ain't you."
So yeah, I think I agree with Morris. I think a lot of what he was saying was true. I think his method and his delivery is what got him out there as far as people really paying attention to him.
Exactly.
But also would cause where now people there, some people are like, oh well, he's dead, ha ha ha. And it's like, okay, but and my wife was telling me
never be a response.
No, absolutely.
Ever.
But my wife was telling me also that he would take that same tack in some of his older clips also with men. He would also be just as rough on men.
That's the way it started. I mean, it was normally it was with men and making men better and increasing their standard and making sure that they were taking a higher look and a higher view of themselves. That's how it all started with him.
Now, before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, we are not defending.
Oh no,
nor this is literally just neutral commentary.
Yes.
All right, because he did go to me a couple of times. Well, more than a couple of times.
He
definitely went too far with
a lot of times
when it came to how he handled women. It just was over the top.
Yes.
Like he called it everything but a child of God. It was just
literally,
it was just unnecessary. Like, dude, okay.
I'm like, come on, bro. It didn't take all that. But again,
you didn't have to call her a linebacker. I mean,
I forgot he said that, man.
Yeah, man.
He clarified it. He's like, no, maybe you're running back. So, I mean, it was like no matter what he said, yes, there were hot takes.
Okay.
Yes,
right.
Oh, not a linebacker, just a running back.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's better. Good Lord. Yeah, man. So yeah, there were a lot of people who, unfortunately, in the internet, people feel like there's this degree of separation where, well, no one's going to come knock on my door if I say whatever I'm really thinking.
Right.
So, people put out some of the most heinous, most vile stuff that, had it been their neighbor who was that same type of person,
right,
they may feel that way, but they wouldn't necessarily say it to their neighbor.
Right.
And it's just like, dude,
there's another, and I tell people this all the time when they talk about like a Skip Bayless or a Stephen A. Smith, any of the talking heads. I'm like, y'all. I said, you all do realize one thing. I said, what? I said, it's entertainment. I said, that's the first thing you have to remember. And the same thing with Kevin saying, I'm sure it started out with great intentions. And I'm just like you said, I really do believe that he thought that he was doing good. But at one point it turns into entertainment, especially when you start getting those clicks and you start getting the responses. And it doesn't matter what the comments are or the reviews are, you're getting views. At that point, YouTube doesn't care. They just care about the number of views and the number of clicks. And at that point, when you're making
looking nice.
Exactly. When you're making the money, at that point, you've already created a niche. You've already created the entertainment personality. So in order to keep continue to getting those views, you keep doing things. And I know, okay, I don't know, but I'm 99.9% sure that he knew that a lot of those comments were over the top.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that was going to get him views. So I tell people, I said, it's entertainment. Just because he said it doesn't mean he believes it, but it doesn't make it right. It's still wrong. Don't get me wrong.
I think he has always talked like that. I think he talked like that with his friends. I think he talked like that with women on the street. I think he
probably
talked
did.
Like that, period.
Yeah,
I really do. I think, and I was having this conversation with a woman. And I said, you can't be that hard and it not affect you spiritually and emotionally.
You're exactly right.
So
I mean, look at Heath Ledger. I mean, when he literally dove into the character of the Joker, that messed him up. Yeah. Robin Williams talked about the same thing when he would get into character, and it took weeks and weeks for him to break out of that mindset.
Robin Williams was the first actor to come out and mention or even state that he goes immediately into therapy.
Yes.
To come out of a character.
Yes.
And that has become like a running trend, which I'm glad to hear.
Me too.
I would love to know now that you said that, sorry, but I would love to know how, if Denzel Washington truly came out of that character.
Out of Training Day?
In Training Day.
Oh, dude, because he put his foot in that, bro.
Or is that a character he played?
Oh, you saying that was real and everything else is fake? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
Hey,
Just
Listen,
saying.
you got to pull it from somewhere.
Maybe. Maybe he played. Maybe he does Glory and Carbon Copy and and some of these other movies that he's done as acting, and maybe Training Day was.
Well, you got a point there, because if you look at American Gangster,
oof. But he laid it out in that though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He laid it out in that.
You know, some of them scenes, man, were little authentic.
Yeah. Really quick, just as I was looking up. So according to Social Blade, which is a kind of a metric to kind of see where people are potentially as far as social media. According to Social Blade, Kevin Samuels could potentially have made anywhere from $40,000 a year to over $500,000 a year on YouTube, depending upon ad buy and all of that fun stuff.
That's a wide gap.
It's a wide gap because basically what it is, and I know this because it depends upon where your videos fall as far as what ad spend is. So it could be something that really doesn't matter to high end, high value. So this site just kind of says based upon the number of views that he has, because he was getting on a daily basis, he was getting like 500,000 views on one. You know, I see 500,000 here, 750,000.
Did you say a day?
A day.
That's a lot of traffic, man.
He had a total of
how many subscribers did he have?
According to this, he's got where's the subscribers? According to this, he's got like 1.5 million subscribers.
Yeah, it ain't 40,000.
Y'all can, I mean, yeah, you can.
It ain't 40,000 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, for example, just on Sunday, his videos had 1.5 million views across his channel
because it went up when they found out that he died.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
So,
wow.
Do we know yet what the causes were? Because last time I checked, they didn't know anything.
Heart related is all we know.
I know it's heart related. Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I saw.
The initial rumor, which was funny to
God,
me.
don't even,
sad, not funny.
Don't
funny,
even,
sad. Oh no, the initial rumor was that he overdosed on Viagra and cocaine.
Oh really?
And then I also saw gas station versions of Viagra and Red Bull. So
they said gas station Viagra.
Does that even sound right, people?
No, that doesn't even sound right. That's not even possible.
Does that even sound right?
No, there are. Okay, so there are. If you go to the gas stations, there are
those
pills.
I know that.
There are
that's not what I'm saying.
Pills that are designed that they say will produce
enhance
that same
and
effect.
Yeah, and also grow a third arm.
Yeah.
Or make you
buy 2 packs of Extends and get a free. Never mind. Sorry.
But yeah, the reason why I said does that even sound right is like, would he need to do that? Like all of a sudden, I gotta hurry up, make this happen. Come on, y'all. Come on.
No.
So, all right.
No.
So then our other topic that we're going to talk about today.
This is such a hodgepodge.
Craziest. This is.
Do we even know about this one, Darren? Do we even know what this topic is going to be right now?
Yeah, I sent it to y'all.
Yeah.
Did you?
Craziest things that I've seen in church.
Oh, I forgot. Oh boy. Hold on.
Right. Let's
Hey, where my oil at? Oh, hold on.
What in the world are you gonna?
Wow.
I'm anointing myself.
Anoint yourself with lotion. Gold Bond's anointing oil. Okay.
Hey, it's got oil in it. It don't have to be olive.
So just to kind of kick it off, one of the funniest things I remember seeing in Darian, I know you were there for it. You know who Bo Williams is, right?
You talking to me or Darian?
You.
No.
Okay.
You don't.
So Bo Williams.
Oh wow.
Bo Williams. I know he was on TBN, black singer.
He was with the Timberlakes often. That's why I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah. Bo Williams?
Yes.
If you Google him, you'll probably remember.
B-O or B-E-A?
B-O.
B-E. No, I thought it was B-E-A-O.
It might be
Beau, but Bo Williams.
I don't remember.
Depending upon where you were, some people thought he was part of the Williams Brothers, which is an old quartet group, what have you. But no, he was Bo Williams.
He was he was an R&B singer that converted.
Yeah.
And went gospel.
Bro, I ain't never seen this brother at Christian Faith Center in my life.
He's been there.
It must have been unless it was after I left.
It may have been because I remember seeing him with standing with the Timberlakes. I remember that like a few times.
Where?
In the pulpit at their church.
In Creedmoor, North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it would have had to have been because God, Bishop passed in right after 9/11. So he passed about a year after 9/11, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this had to be like late 90s.
So yeah, late 90s. I would have been in Tulsa at that point.
Yeah, this had to be like late 90s.
Okay, so I was in Tulsa because Amy and I got married, and so we were in Tulsa from like 93 to 97, and then from 97 on, I was at CFC.
Yeah,
so it would have had to been around that time.
Yeah, when I was in my 20s.
Yeah, Morris and people who like the Gaithers love Bo Williams. Yes.
Now I will say this. I will say this. This brother looks like he would have been at CFC during that time. I'm just saying. Because they used to bring in some old cats, and I'm like, why we got these people here?
He's a similar age, but yeah, the whole style.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The whole style, yes.
It fit. Yeah, they were up there. Yeah, he was up there a few times. But Bo Williams in that heyday. Anyway, get your story. We'll get to Bo Williams.
My bad. Sorry.
No worries. So Bo Williams comes to the church that we were at in Tulsa in Greenwood. And I really wish I've looked for it. I've looked for it. I can't find the video of it.
Was it bad?
But he comes and he performs Holy Spirit, work me till I sweat.
I forgot about that.
Holy Spirit, work me till I
sweat. Yep. Man, when I tell you that became a running theme joke for a good year.
Because what also helped it was who was it? Jimmy and Andre, I think it was.
Are we sure that just wasn't his activator running down the back of his neck?
Listen,
dude, it was the song.
It was the song. He performed it. They came up and they started dancing for him behind him, and they were the song. Listen, okay, remember
didn't they do Kid and Play?
Prince? Huh?
Didn't they do Kid and Play?
Yes, because it was. Remember in the Fresh Prince when Ashley was singing her song and she was on stage, and Will and Carlton the dancing. It was that type of a vibe.
Yes, let's just get up here and do stuff.
How could you keep a straight face?
We did.
That's my question.
I'll just say in the sound booth,
we didn't. We literally crawled under. We crawled under the consoles, crying.
I'm telling you right now, I would have wet my pants. I would have been a grown man.
And if I'm not mistaken, Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Bo try to do the Running Man at the end?
Yes.
Stop. Stop lying to me, man.
Listen, I wish I've looked for it. I think the video has been.
He would have been in his 50s doing the Running Man.
Yes.
Holy Ghost.
Work me till I sweat.
I forgot all about that. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So that is my craziest thing I've seen. One of the craziest things I've seen at church.
Oh, too funny.
And Darian, yes, is my witness because Darian, Tori, I know you don't believe me. You're like, it can't have happened. I got the Bo corroboration. The whole thing.
I believe you. No, I believe you. No, I believe you. I believe it happened. It's just I don't know what I would have done. I would have had to leave. No, okay. I'm not saying that to be funny because there's a lot of things that go through my head when stuff like that happens at church. Because I remember the kids that were playing around and they got struck dead in the Old Testament. Like that time, I wanted a drink. I'm like, man, I'm thirsty. I need to get something to drink. And my mom was laid prostrate out in the kitchen right in front of the fridge. And I thought about it. I'm like, oh no, them kids played around the arc. They got struck dead. I went straight to the bathroom sink.
Yes, sir.
I was not stepping foot in that kitchen to get me a drink or mama's. Them holy holies were thick, bro. So I think about stuff like that, man. I ain't playing with that. I'm like, God, I'll remove myself before you remove me. I'm not. Hey, man, I would have had to leave.
Now, are we giving eyewitness account only, or what we know of?
We're not doing hearsay. We're not doing hearsay.
No,
bro.
well,
come on, man.
well, I think it's safe to do what we know of because we know a lot.
Yes.
From and this is not like I read a Twitter thread on this. A lot of this is if it's not my eyewitness, I know the person that was right there in the middle, and if
I saw it. Video don't lie.
So
video don't lie. One of the craziest things I've ever seen is and this has been done many times, but the craziest thing that I've ever seen is a pastor who wanted to use a casket for this resurrection message. It wasn't necessarily Easter, but he wanted to use it for this resurrection message, right?
Okay.
So he gets into the casket out in the foyer, out in the lobby, whatever, and he's speaking. All right. So the mic picks him up, he's speaking. He doesn't realize that they clamp the thing down so that the lid doesn't bounce, and so that if anything happens, it doesn't open. So they roll him down. And they sit him where he's supposed to be. And so when it was time to open up and come on out, and he got up. Hey, boom, boom, boom. Hey.
Oh my God.
So of course they ran down there with the tool, man, and had to undo it because they got to do it on both sides. So they had to do it on one side, they do it on the other. He's still trying to speak, and then he finally opens it up, and he pops up from trying to breathe, like. It was a hot mess.
Wow.
That's probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Yes. Like, dude, they didn't. Like, dude, y'all didn't think this all the way through, did you? Right. Oh, this is going to be cool. This is going to be real cool. Just get me in there, and then when you get me down there, and I'm going to preach while I'm in the blood.
I mean, the concept is, I get the concept.
Man, listen.
I get it. But y'all didn't, they didn't do any dry runs. They didn't practice that job. No. They didn't practice that at all.
He got in and made sure that the mic would still pick up.
That was it.
That was it. Like, this will work. This will work. And I'm sure he was like, this is the closest I ever want to get to knowing what this feels like.
And he almost found out for real.
Hey.
Y'all
stop playing. Y'all stop playing.
And he got up. Like the cue.
Now y'all want to have a board meeting. I see how it is.
That's great, dude. That is wow.
Oh, classic, dude.
I wish I would have been there for that one, because I would have screamed.
Dude, now that I'd have been under the pew.
They would have had to take me out, bro. Because I would have been screaming. I would have been screaming. See, I would have been the guest at the church says, "Don't let him out," just to freak him out, just to be like, "What?" That would have been me.
Yeah. Yes. That was classic. That was classic. Because I cried watching the video, man. I'm sorry. That's some funny stuff. That's some funny stuff.
Bro, I've got nothing that compares to that at all. I mean, I got one, but it's nothing. I should have gone first. I got nothing compared to either one of y'all. But that's okay though. But dude,
I got more.
Hey, I just have another one I remember. Yeah,
this one is about. God, this is about 12 or 13 years ago, man. And Kev, we were in the old building when you and Tarsha came that one time and visited, and when the church was in that little mini shopping center.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and Amy's there, and at this point, I just started carrying. I was one of the few people in church that carried, and I still carry now. And that's not news to anybody. People already know that I do. And we're here in the middle of worship, man. It was great. And then all of a sudden, this sound from about 7 feet away, and I'm going to move the mic away. It literally was like, I was like, I literally in one motion went like this. Dude, I am not going to lie. And thank God that Amy was standing on this side. Because I dude, right in the middle of it, and it went, and the dude I came out of the spirit so quick, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Shirt came up, and by the time I turned and looked, this dude had this horn of shofar. Oh my God. The thing was like 3.5 feet long, bro. And here's the thing. Julie is up there, because it wasn't my day to do worship. Steve is right here. And I looked, and then I looked at Julie. She was like, right in the middle of worship. And bro, I'm like, what is he just? I don't know where he had it because I never saw it. I mean, was it in his pant leg? I have no idea. And then he blew it like 3 times. I'm like, what are you doing? We're not marching around Jericho, bro. I'm like, what the heck is this? And it wasn't even close to being at the right moment at any point in the worship. And he did it for 2 seconds. The third time, we're like, nah, bro, you can't come in here with this. That's disrupting everything.
Here's what I'll say though. Give him credit for actually blowing it and making a noise and it sounding legit with it.
I give him credit for that.
I've seen where I think it was on WordNet or something. Somebody was coming out and it was like,
yeah, they had never done it before. They just thought it was just gonna be, just automatic.
Homeboy practiced this junk at home. He was ready. He was like, "Oh, this is my time. This is it." Morris
says all I can picture is a chalk outline of the man on home.
It was this close, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, I keep one in the chamber.
Oh my goodness! I keep
one in the chamber all day long, bro. I'm right here in the second row. Pastor Steve is right there, so I'm the dude up front. I had no idea what was, bro. It was a reflex. I'm telling.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So, I mean, literally, it was like, and by the time Amy opened up her eyes and she turned to me, she went like because my shirt was up, my hand was on it, bro.
Doing it. I can see Amy doing it.
My hand was on it. I'm telling you. Yeah, it was about.
Thank God for good wives,
bro. I'm just glad she was on this side of me because that slowed me down a little bit because I knew she was on this side.
That was
God. I wasn't as quick with it because
that you had to go around her. You got to make sure she's
exactly.
Right.
I had to go. That saved that brother's life that day.
That was God.
That God, but
that was God. Yes,
bro, I'm telling you, man. That was the first time in a church service that I literally was caught off guard and I was startled because the rest of the worship, I'm literally just have both hands on the back of the chair in front of me, like.
Had you never heard a shofar blown in the church before?
Not 6 inches from my head. No, not that close, man.
They are loud.
That building probably held what 100, 150 people, maybe 200 on a packed day.
Yeah,
the dude was literally.
And I remember that church was not like acoustically set up.
Ceilings were low.
It was.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
It literally sounded like he was right here.
Yeah.
And it was, dude, the worship was great. It was so, I mean, it was, and then, I'm like, what? What is wrong with you? What part of you thought it was good to do it right now? I mean, you could have chose one of the fast songs in the beginning to do it. You could do it towards the
worship.
End. When people are like at the altar, they're raising. Dude, that's like you in the middle of you getting on with your wife. You're like, yeah. No, that is not happening, man. You don't do that in the bedroom when you get no. Come on, bro.
I give
better tact than that. Come on, man. Dude, that's like your kid walking in. No, bro. There's a time for everything, and that was not it. Telling you,
oh man, you know that. Oh my goodness, dude. Wow. Yeah. Just wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, bro.
I got one more.
Go for it.
This is actually a pretty famous one. But we were there.
The Carlton Pearson one?
Yeah, buddy.
When the homegirl came down the aisle in the wedding dress?
Well, no, she didn't make it down the aisle.
She didn't make it down the aisle?
Yeah, so if I recall correctly, because this was 30-something years ago.
It was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
The gown was expensive. It wasn't just like a white dress that she threw on and got some a veil and no.
Darren,
she got a wedding.
Cray does not have a price tag, bro.
She broke open the savings account because the spirit of the Lord done told her.
Crazy doesn't have a price tag. You know that.
And that day it was going to happen. And the sad part was she was an absolutely beautiful woman, but off her rocker.
No, you said off her. You had the choreography for that one, bro.
Saying it went in and bounced off. All the sense in the world. So she's standing there with this bouquet of flowers. She walks in, and sidesteps. Yes. We were there, man. We were there. And she's standing back there, and Carlton's trying to preach, and he looked like. She starts moving down the aisle, and all of a sudden, you just see like four. And they marched this woman, basically almost drag her out through
her
the
feet
front. They didn't go through the back. They went through the front and the side.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I bet you her arms still work though. She still got full and good use of her arm.
She is not. Yeah, she ain't G.I. Joe.
No G.I. Jane, huh? Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that's funny.
But yeah,
I remember story. What year did that happen?
It had to have been like 90.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Because I know I was at ORU at that time, and
late 80s, early 90s
stories. Because we were at that point. I think my sophomore year, we attended Higher D quite often, but we weren't there for that service. But I remember hearing about it though.
Yeah. I started going. I actually started going when I was right after high school. I started going. So that was 88, 89, 90.
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
Yep. That's when I was at ORU. Yeah.
Bro, the crazy thing now, that was the wildest one of the marriage crazies.
Right.
But every month or two, man, they would have either someone was trying to marry Carlton or they were trying to marry Carmen. They were the two most eligible bachelors in Christendom.
Yes.
And they had the audacity to be at the same church.
Same church, bro. Yeah. Same church.
Man.
Yeah. Carlton and Carmen have some fanatics.
They had some fanatics. Folks would show up, man, during the work week.
Oh, would you say that they were radical for Christ? Bad dad joke. Was that a bad dad joke? Sorry.
Just bad. Were they radical?
Hey, it's outside of Champion, it's probably one of his better albums, though. Champion and Radical for Christ. Those two good albums for Carmen.
Was it Radical?
Radical for Christ was the live one.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Morris
said, what? Hold on, time out. I didn't hear about this one. Are you serious?
Morris, oh man, I can't remember the details, but I do remember she.
Hey, Morris,
I don't remember where she was in the church.
Morris, you got to hop on for that one. You got to tell. We're not telling Darian. Don't tell that story, Morris. Come on, come on, Morris. Let us know.
Hop on, bro. Hop on, man.
We got
you got to tell that one.
We got time. Let's go,
I'm about
Morris.
to put the link in there, Morris. If you can,
man, you got to tell that story real quick because I forgot the details, but I do remember.
Hey, we need to know. Inquiring minds need. Hey, Ashley hates it when I use jargon I shouldn't know or say. Hey, we need the tea, bro. Come on,
bro.
Give me the deets.
Morris, I'm gonna hit you on Facebook real quick.
Craziness, man. We've seen some wildness back in the day. Absolutely.
While we're trying to get that done, the other one that I remember was I think everyone has seen someone walking chairs.
Oh yes, like the back of the pews and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a brother wipe out once though, but go ahead.
Yeah, that same thing here. I've seen someone wipe out on that because so normally you would do it where you are walking on the cushions, right? You're stepping over the back part of the chair.
Oh no, I've seen people do it on the top of the pews though.
Yeah, this dude tried to do that
on chairs.
Yes.
You can't, not on chairs, man.
Yes.
Even if they're connected.
Not pews.
You don't do it on chairs.
Yeah.
Pews are literally like bolted into the floor. They're not going anywhere.
Plus, if people are sitting in them, they're typically they're balanced. But
right,
chairs?
Nah, bro.
Man, that had to hurt. I'm sure he smacked every what's going on the way down, man? He hit his jaw, he hit his forehead, he hit an elbow, knees.
He wanted in the spirit, that's for sure. I can't say
Morris,
that. Never mind.
Morris said he's in his PJs. All right, so
you ain't got to be on camera. You can stay off video. Next excuse. Let's go, Morris. Come on, man.
I sent you the link. If you can, you can.
Morris such an old man. What? PJ? What?
Hey, this may be
I'm at you though, because I'm right behind you, Doc.
Morris, I'm in my PJs from my waist down, bro. So hey,
I'm right behind you, homie.
Hey, just let you know, slippers, socks, PJ shorts. Just being honest.
I know our audience is like, listen, hey, just stop right there. We don't want to know what y'all wearing underneath. Y'all just stop right there. Okay.
Hey, it's y'all's fault for tuning in. This is called
the cameras are right here
now. Right. No breaks. There's no filter. There's no person on the side filtering what I conversate. No. No. You already know.
So, yeah. I'm trying to think. There's been some other stuff I know we saw at Greenwood. I'm trying to remember.
Bro.
Now the craziest this isn't really the craziest thing I saw, but it's probably the craziest thing I experienced. And I was at ORU, and that's when Marilyn Hickey came one day to chapel. And she anybody wanted a prayer to come up, and so I went up. I'm up there on the stage, and she prayed for the person right here, and they fell out. And I was like, "Whoa, that was quick." And I'm standing there. She prayed for me, and went to the next person. I was like, "Yep, you still down there?" And bam, it hit me. There was nobody behind me to catch me. Mm-hmm. And the dudes on my floor, my suite mates, said the only thing we saw were tennis shoes and socks. Because I literally went boom like this. And that's all they saw. And then I'm like, yeah, I knew better than to say that. And I had to lay there just for a minute for my pride, though. I'm not gonna lie. I laid there for a quick minute. And,
all right, here we go.
Then I got up.
There he is.
Morris.
That's what I'm talking about, Morris.
Fan of the show.
What's up, baby?
What's going on, bro?
Look, man, I had to go sleep in. I was indecent, so I had to go slip in and put a little shirt on. You know,
appreciate it.
I even put some shorts on, man. I just didn't feel right.
Okay, whoa. We don't need to go any further than that. We don't need to know what you looked like before you came on. We good.
You know, I'm embarrassing my wife right now, but you know, she'll be all right.
Hey, that's right. Hey, Morris, she knew what she married, bro. So
yeah,
hey,
she's still there. She's still there. She is still there. Yes, sir.
That's what Pac said in the song, right? She got a G for life. She knew what she did. Yeah, man.
All right, so Morris, tell us the story about the woman who was casting spells.
There was this lady used to sit in the service, dressed in all black, had this big hat on, man. I mean, she's just witched down, top to bottom. And she would do these hand signals and stuff, man, and just kept doing it. Nobody would sit next to her. So, I mean, pretty much it was like 3 seats to the left, 3 seats to the right. Nobody was sitting next to this woman. And she would do these hand signals. And one day, man, I remember Carlton just rebuked her in the middle of the service. It's like he had enough. And that was it. Service was over. They pretty much dismissed service.
Oh, they shut it down.
And yeah, they shut it down. They shut it down, and they dealt with her. So I don't know what happened after that, but let's just say she never came back.
I was gonna say, did she?
I do remember that. No one would come near her.
Really?
No.
Wow.
No.
No one would come near her.
Let Mary Watkins.
She would do all these funky hand signals and stuff during the service, man, and you could hear her like chanting and saying stuff. And yeah, it was
Wow. I do remember that, man. Like you know how folks like you see something and you need to walk around it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seriously, I'm telling you, man. Plenty of seats. The usher wouldn't even try to sit you on that aisle. It's just like, okay, yeah, up here. Yeah, go ahead.
Man, hold on. I remember one time because she would typically sit somewhere near the back, wouldn't she?
Yep.
Yeah, because she knew she was
going to get close. She tried to sit on the end. Yeah.
Right. No. Right. Man, I remember one time we came through and we looked down there. Now let's go.
I'm good. Let's go to the balcony. We go to the balcony. We good.
We got some seats by the bathroom, right? Let's go over there.
We'll go to the balcony. I'm good.
Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But she did that, man. That went on for months.
Really?
And I guess for months, man. And
he finally
we finally just shut it down. Yeah.
I'm tired of this.
Months.
Yeah.
Nobody asked any questions. Everybody got their Bible, closed them up. Let's go.
May the Lord watch between me and thee. Yes, sir. We out.
And we heard some Holy Ghost shouting and some growling and screaming, and we didn't even look back. We didn't want to turn to salt. We just kept going.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here.
Whatever was in her, we didn't want that to jump off and jump on us. So we
I just didn't even want to see it, even if it didn't jump. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't need a sign. I'm good.
I'm good.
I believe. I believe it.
Here's the funny thing, man. I say stuff like that all the time. You scared? No, I just read the Bible. No. Ain't nothing about being scared, bro. I read the Bible. Why am I going to put myself in? No, I'm not.
I know my grace. I know what I'm graced to do.
Yes.
I know what I'm graced not to do.
Exactly. Right? I can read a room, bro.
But
I'm good.
I've always said every church needs 2 deliverance rooms. So that it can come out by the laying on of hands,
or wall-to-wall
or come out by the laying on of hands.
Hey, you need the one for the wall-to-wall counseling, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's the one I'm in.
I'm telling you, one of them brothers, look, man, don't scare me like that, because I'm gonna have to defend myself, just at least out of fear. So don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that. We'll figure it out later.
We'll work it out later, right?
We'll figure it out. Trying to get delivered. All of a sudden, to turn into a fist fight.
Hey, we'll work it out later. Hey, you know what? I was wrong. I apologize. I'm not. Hey, look, I'm not beyond that. I will apologize.
Right. Right.
But
it's what it is.
Yeah, but what ain't gonna happen,
bro? I'm telling you what's not going to happen right now.
What's not about to happen?
Right. Right. That's funny.
I'm not going down without a fight. That's just not gonna happen. Right. No.
I said, God, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go nowhere.
I'll be back in
5 minutes.
Oh man, but no, man, I remember that. That was yeah, that was scary. Like I said, I never sat close to that woman. I never even sat on the same aisle. I didn't even sit on the same side. So how people did it, even 3-4 chairs away,
Wow.
I don't know how they did it. Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Yeah. I
She
spent a lot
wasn't
of time
after
up in the
them.
balcony.
She wasn't after them.
No, she wasn't.
Right.
That's how they did it.
Yeah.
She wasn't. She ain't thinking about me.
She didn't think about me. She want Carlton. She want
Yeah,
him.
she want the head dude.
She ain't stunting me. That's
Man.
right.
Mm.
But I remember one time actually going, and this wasn't in church, but we actually went to Carmen's house, man, and a lady jumped out of the bush.
Stop it. Stop. Are you
Kid you not.
serious?
Kid you not, man. They were crazy.
Oh, come on. But that's
Yeah.
the way to get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I really want you. Yeah, you jumped out of the bush. Yeah.
My house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Wow.
Sure.
Yeah.
You
Right.
made an
At my
impression
house.
on me.
Yeah. I really want to get to know you now. But yeah,
No.
man. Lady jumped out of a bush.
Dude.
And from what I understood, that wasn't like the first time that's happened to him. So yeah, they were crazy.
I know. I remember speaking of Carmen stories. For a minute there, he talked about how he would have to try and take a different route home to see if anybody was tailing him, man.
People are
Because
crazy.
yeah,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
man.
fanatics.
Some and I can't remember who was working for him at the time, where they would drop their car at Carmen's, ride with him to his house, walk his house, and then go home.
Wow.
I can't remember who that was.
That sounds like something Demetrius would do.
Huh?
That sounds like something Demetrius would do.
Yep. I
Was
think it
D?
was. I think it was. Yeah. And he had to walk out. He walked outside, walked inside. You good? Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
And then he'd bounce.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know whatever happened to D, man. I haven't seen him.
He's back in Tulsa.
Haven't heard
Last
from
I checked, he was back in
Back in
Tulsa.
Tulsa? Okay.
Yeah. He had Facebook, but I don't see him too often on it. So you might want to try and reach out to him, see if he's still on there.
All right, because D was one of those brothers, man. D was out there on the edge. He needed God. D was on the edge.
Demetrius was what, 5'8", 5'9", maybe 5'10", but just as wide as a refrigerator, man.
So he was my height. So he was me then.
Demetrius Stanley, that's his name.
Dude, he was straight brick. Just
don't try him.
So you say you need those people that are saved, but you catch them on the wrong day. You might not know.
Saved all the way down to their wrists.
Now, you know what now? No, you know what? Now,
hands, baby. Catch these hands.
Saved down to their wrist, dude.
Yeah, you say saved down to the wrist.
Catch these hands, baby. I'm saved, but I got hands.
But he would be contrite. He'll ask for forgiveness. It's gonna be genuine, But yeah, I wouldn't try Demetrius, man.
No.
Yeah. In other words,
no. I wouldn't mess with him when he
put your arms on backwards.
Like a G.I. Joe action figure.
I'm so sorry.
But you can scratch your back now.
Let me explain to y'all these jobs so you can really get a good visual of this dude. All right. His job. Now, Carmen had all his own stuff. He had his own buses, had his own truck, had his own, cases, lights, everything.
Yeah.
Demetrius was his one-man grip.
Yep.
He loaded and unloaded that truck.
What?
Before and after that was his job.
By himself?
One dude.
Wow.
One dude.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not messing with him, bro.
Let me tell you, man, how crazy Demetrius was, man. I remember.
Hey, man,
I just put it out there.
Shouldn't Demetrius be able to defend himself tonight? I'm just saying.
Yeah, now if he come on, I'm getting off. I'm getting off.
Demetrius, just realize I was the one that stuck up for you, brother. I got your back.
I'm just hosting it. I am nowhere near Tulsa right now.
Yeah, look, I'm not even disclosing my location. So I'm like big fan, man, of like Salt and Pepper and Heavy D and and I got the posters up on the wall and everything, right? And so we needed to stop by my apartment after church, and he was like, "Okay, hey man, I'll give you a ride." All right, so we stopped by the apartment, and so I got these posters up on my bedroom wall and everything. And D went in there, he was like, just looking around, and he's not saying anything. He's looking around, and next thing you know, man, I was like, hey, man, I'll be right back. So I go in the kitchen to get something. All of a sudden, I started hearing like paper just like being balled up and like stuff ripping. And I go back in, he's tearing all my posters off the wall. And I'm looking, I'm in shock. I don't know what to say. I'm mad, but then I'm like, I ain't gonna do nothing.
I'm not that mad.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'm not that mad.
I'm like, well, I mean, hey, but
I think we pulled him aside later, like it was like a group intervention, because wasn't nobody gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, why you do that, man? Dude, why you do that? We wound up making him feel bad, but he still didn't put the posters back.
No.
He was like, "No, man, this ain't God."
You remember that, man?
This demonic, man. This
demonic.
This ain't for Jesus.
Yeah. And he was like a huge Bob Larson fan. Remember Bob Larson?
Ooh, man. Oh my God, bro. Man. Oh, you are bringing back some really. He's on here. Interesting memories.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, we are gonna have to
I love you, bro. I love you, man.
We're gonna have to wrap it up. We have reached our time for today. Morris, we definitely appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
Thank
Morris.
you guys for bringing me on, man. I appreciate
it. Love it, man.
Bro.
Love it.
Let me know. Message me, and I'll shoot you the link.
Yes, anytime, brother.
Well, listen, that's it.
I can come back
this. Absolutely. Hang on. We're going to close this out and then hang on.
Yeah, hang on.
So this is Chop It Up for this here May 10th. I think I said it was. Yes. So we will see you next time every Tuesday here on YouTube, Facebook, and wherever else we want to do it, as far as even on the podcast stations. Love you all. See you all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.
All right. Take care.